So we've been granted access to use the OpenAI technology in Azure, and we're going to generate code using the Chat GPT chatbot. Um, Obviously, you can ask the bot to answer day-to-day questions, but we're going to use it to do our work because I guess, quite frankly, I want AI to do all my work for me. Even though I'm quite technical and can write this code myself, the purpose of the demo is really to show you how a non-technical person can leverage an AI as a co-pilot to building them functionality. I'm going to be dictating to ChatGPT how to build it, and then we're going to be previewing the progress every step of the way. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you through an example of how I can use the AI generated HTML template as part of a task that we would issue with an application. On the left, we've got Outlook. Here's an example of one of our existing email templates, which, as you can tell, is horrific. I'm surprised we haven't replaced it sooner, but I genuinely thought that email was going to die and we'd all be just doing IM and Teams chat by now. But on the right, we have what I'm going to use to demo this. So here's a process automation tool that allows us to do workflow. It's called K2, but you could do this in any other tool like Power Automate, for example. Without going into kind of like the intricacies of this particular workflow, what I'm doing here is I'm pulling the HTML that was generated by the AI. I'm pulling that into this workflow here. I'm actually setting those placeholder values that you saw me put in there with the square brackets, so that, like, for example, the table rows will be replaced by this kind of like HTML, for example, HTML I've just added, the button URL, which will take me to the site where I can action this task, like a task list, basically. Here's a manager approval task. So I'm just going to simulate something like REM, for example, where we have to submit for a new hire or whatever it is, and the manager approves. And then if it's approved, it actually goes down this route. You can see with it labeled approved. If it's rejected, it goes down this route, and I'll probably just approve it. So you can see that this different template with just a different color I created shortly after. I didn't want to subject you guys to watching me do that one as well, but you'll see that as part of the demo. Okay. So I'm just gonna like just trigger this manually. So I'm just gonna hit start on here. So this is our little management portal where I can just trigger these tasks. So I'm just gonna start this, hit OK, and then on the left hand side, keep your eyes over here, and we should get that first task email appear in just a number of seconds, I guess. Just please bear with me. And the example email task has appeared. So if I click on that, we can see the it's an approval. It's got the placeholders replaced. We have the person that the approval was for. Obviously, a bit of text and the GIF. There's the task description, and here's the table rows. And then we have like the get started button and the view task. So if I wanted to like view this task, in fact, before I do, I'm just gonna just check what that looks like on mobile view. So if I kind of squeeze that together, yeah, it nicely tucks underneath. So ChatGPT did a good job of making this responsive for me. And I'm just gonna click on this guy here. It's gonna obviously there's a little spinner there, and it then took me over here into my app where I could go to my task list. And inside my task, I can see, there we go, RAM manager approval. This is the one I can now hit. I'm going to hit approve for this one. So if we just put eyes on this side of the screen, we are going to see the approval email come through very shortly. And we have the approval email, and there we go. Just a basic HTML template with green and no GIF this time. Thank you.